friend. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily the Mystic, and here we are getting ready for the month of June. I cannot wait to share with you this channeled energy update for what to expect during the month of June. If you have not yet, make sure you watch my May energy forecast, and you can compare it against what happened for you in May. See if there are similarities, see if it compares to what you went through during the month of May. And now we get to dive into the energy of the month of June. So if you have never been here before, welcome. I'm an Akashic Records reader and channeler. I am a shadow worker. I am an energy healer. I'm a psychic coach. I do all these different things. And I love to do these channeled energy forecasts to help you best work with the collective energy of that particular month so that you know what to expect. And therefore you can kind of make decisions and choices for yourself from that place with using this to help guide you. I have been doing these energy forecasts for a long time now. I used to do them live on my Instagram page. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to do that. I'm Emily the Mystic. And now I thought that I would bring the magic of those videos, because they tend to be a little bit longer, here to YouTube so that you can enjoy them here. And so I do this channeling within the Akashic Records. I open the Akashic Records. I ask them, what can we expect during the month ahead? They give me themes. They give me things to look out for. They give me topics that may be coming up for you in your life. And so I'm really excited to dive into all of that. And this is for you as a starseed. So I hope that this resonates with you. And of course, as with any channeled information, take what resonates, leave the rest. And of course, comment below as you're listening with what is really feeling like it aligns for you. So getting into the energy of the month of June, as I was taking a look at the energy signature of this month, the way the guides were showing it to me, it's almost as if there are two very clear timelines that are splitting during the month of June. Two very clear timelines, two roads, two places. Two ways that we can move, and two ways that we can move through life at this point in time in Earth's history. And we've sort of been on this path for a while, especially since the pandemic. There have been these sort of two options, whether we choose to move more in alignment with the fear and the third dimensional world, or if we choose more to take this elevated, higher timeline of higher consciousness. And June, we're going to be feeling that more than ever before, you guys. We're really going to be feeling the timeline split. We're going to be seeing it. We're going to be sensing it. So what does that mean? That means that people who are choosing and making decisions from a place of third dimensional consciousness, a place of fear, a place of getting caught up in the matrix, and the matrix being everything going on out there in the world, what we see on the news, what we see going on in the economy, what we see going on out there, and all of the challenges and so on and so forth that Earth is facing at this time, we can choose to really get mired and caught up in the toxicity of what the mainstream media are trying to push out to us. And that they're really encouraging us to buy into and get caught up in this place of fear. And when we're in a place of fear, we stay stuck. We stay in a place of resistance. We stop making decisions and choices for our future. We stay where we are, whether that be in a job that's no longer serving us, or a relationship that we've outgrown, or in friendships that are not the best fit for us, or we stay living in the place where we have lived our whole life because we're afraid of, if we move somewhere else, what could happen. When we live in that timeline of fear, we stay there and we don't move forward. We don't do anything. We stay stuck in the here and now. And they're showing me this visual of, like, if we choose that fear timeline, you're going to feel like you're stuck in the mud. You're going to feel like everything that you've been wanting to do for yourself, you're not going to have the decision and choice to be able to do it. You're going to feel so much more tied up, almost like you've got all of these ropes and ties around you and you're blindfolded and you can't figure out how to get out of those binds. I forget which tarot card it is, but there's a tarot card where the person is blindfolded. They've got all this binding on them, and they have if they knew to take off the blindfold, they could see that they could just cut themselves out of the binding and they would be able to move and make a different decision and choice. But because they're blindfolded, because they can't see, because they're not awake, they can't choose a different path. They can't make a different decision and a choice. And if you're choosing the fear timeline, that's what's going to feel like. You're going to feel like you have no decision and choice. Now, for you watching this video, you're already here. So the fact that you are watching videos like this, not just mine, but I'm sure for other channelers, you're spiritually awake, you're aware of what's going on in the world, you're not choosing the fear timeline. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because you need to become aware of the fact that people in your life may be choosing the fear timeline and may be trying to influence your decisions and choices of what you should do to move forward. So here's the thing. So we've got the fear timeline and we've got the other timeline of possibilities, the timeline of the future, the timeline of higher consciousness and higher decision making. And that is the timeline that you're already on. So there's nothing that you need to do to get on this higher timeline. You've already chosen it for yourself because you're already awake, you're already aware, you're already, working with your spirituality, you're doing the inner work, you're doing the healing work, all of these different things. So you're already there energetically. However, because of the nature of the soul, the nature of being a human being and being in this third dimensional realm, there are going to be people around you, there are going to be situations in your life that make you rethink what you already know to be true for yourself. So this month, you may feel a little confused about what you want for yourself because of the external noise that other people are trying to convince you of, whether it be business owners on social media who are pumping out content that's telling you that it's a, crazy time to build a business and you don't want to build a business during a recession and like all of this stuff, or whether that be people on TV who are telling you, oh my gosh, like there are going to be shortages, all of these different things, and you are making a decision and choice for yourself based on what other people are encouraging you to do or not do. Now, this is not, and I'm telling you this, not as a way to encourage you to ignore what's going on in the world, to bypass it, to live in a bubble. I mean, you can live in a little bit of a bubble for yourself, of course. We do have to be aware of what's going on in the world. We are humans. We are navigating this complex third dimensional matrix. However, it is an opportunity for you to be really firm in your sovereignty and in your confidence with yourself and where you know that you are going in this life, regardless of what happens in the world. Sure, we may have to pivot or change things in our life, in our business, in our work to navigate what's going on in the world, but we don't need to get so caught up in it that it forces our hand into not doing anything. That is what we don't want. So if you are choosing the timeline of possibilities, which you are, by the way, like I said before, being on this timeline of possibilities, it's going to open up so much for you during the month of June, which is super exciting. So again, I say this, and I'm going to say this one more time, be really cautious and careful what information you're taking in, both from the media, social media, and from the people in your life, and be really cautious and careful with your discernment and your decision making of what you are choosing and deciding for yourself. So that could mean setting boundaries with the people in your life who you know are really caught up in the fear timeline and who are really trying to force you into a life for yourself that you know that you don't want, or who are telling you that you can't do things or it's a bad time to do things. Let's give an example of You know that you're ready to leave your current job because you're ready to start a business. Maybe you've already started a business and you're ready to go into your business full time, but you've got your parents and your siblings who are caught up in the fear timeline telling you it's a bad time to leave your job because of what's going on in the world, but you know deep in your soul that it's what you need to do. This month, the guidance is to do what you know that you need to do, to make those decisions and choices for you that you know that are best for yourself and your needs and your desires. Because when you do that, so much is going to open up for you this month. You are choosing, again, the timeline of possibilities. So it's going to feel tricky. It's going to feel kind of uncomfortable at times because we're going to have a lot of external influence and noise, again, trying to influence the way that we're living our lives. But you can set a boundary with people by telling them, I honor you and your opinion and thank you. I know this is coming from a place of love. However, I'm on my own journey, I'm on my own path, and I need to make the decision and choice that's best for me and my needs. And I'm going to follow that and I'm going to stick to it. And then you have to stick to it, okay? So let's let go of the fear timeline. We're not even going to look at that because we're going to talk about the timeline of possibilities and what else is possible for us during this month, during the month of June. So June is going to be a really fun month for you. There is so much opportunity this month energetically. There's a lot of expansion energy around the month of June. There's a lot of celebration energy. When I think of that celebration energy, I think of the Three of Cups in tarot, where there are these three people dancing on the card. They've got their cups are raised. They're celebrating a big accomplishment. So maybe for you, that's graduating from a degree that you've been working really hard at. Maybe that is you are leaving your job and starting a venture on your own. Maybe you are traveling the world. Maybe you are maybe you finally chose to leave a relationship and you're single again. You're starting to date again. Or maybe you're honoring your commitment. Maybe you're getting engaged or married. There may be this energy of like big moments, big celebration, big play energy. And it's a great month to really step into that, like really stepping into your main character energy this month, knowing and being in the center of attention, allowing yourself to be in the center of attention, allowing yourself to like really have fun, be around people, hanging out with people, playing, exploring. We're going to talk about trying new things and exploration in a moment. But there's also this really beautiful inner child connection that's happening this month where you're going to have the opportunity to connect in with what play really means to you. If you've been really working really hard so far this year, June is going to give you the chance to take a little bit of a break, to try to have a little bit of fun, and to relax a little bit more. Maybe that's traveling, or maybe that is doing something that really lights you up. And part of the month of June is going to be discovering both new and old things that really light you up. So in terms of new things, this month you may be discovering a new hobby or a new interest or a new thing that's really going to be a passion for you. Something new that you're going to love, that you're going to try, something that's going to really feel in alignment with for you. So maybe you feel called to take a new class. Maybe it's a new exercise class or like an art class, or maybe that is listening to a new podcast with a really interesting topic that you've never listened to before. And on top of that, there's also this energy of like nostalgia and remembering old things that you used to love from your childhood and your teenage years and bringing them back again. So let's say, for example, you were a horseback rider in middle school and you love horses. Maybe this month you're going to take a horseback riding lesson because you loved horses and you want to bring that back into your life again. Maybe for you, you used to love playing tennis or pickleball when you were a kid and you want to get back on the court again. These are all interests of mine, by the way, that I would love to do again. Maybe you were into art and DIY projects as a kid and you've been really slaving away at the computer and you want to like do something creative with your time again. So there's this energy of like both new and old, but both are things that you're really going to enjoy and have fun with this month. So if you get invited somewhere that is going to feel, you get invited to try something new that maybe feels a little outside of your comfort zone, but you're like excited by that. Maybe that is to go to a rooftop bar in a part of the city that you live in that you never go to, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, but your part of you is like, yeah, I kind of want to be out and about, socializing. Do it. Maybe you get an invitation to go on a little day trip excursion with a friend, and you really feel like it would be a great thing for you to do. Do it. So really, like, this energy of play and fun and exploration is going to be absolutely huge this month. Like, bring back your childhood hobbies and passions. Play all of the yard games, play the ping pong, play the badminton, play the volleyball in the backyard. Have yourself a good old barbecue if you love that sort of thing. But bringing back and merging these energies of like new hobbies and exploration, but nostalgia and joy from your inner child, it's going to create this beautiful energy of celebration for you to really indulge in this month. And it's okay to indulge. Like, we have the sign of Jupiter moving into the sign of Jupiter, the planet of Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus at the end of May. And Taurus is this like very luxurious sign. And so this is the with Jupiter moving into Taurus, it's giving us that permission slip to like really be in our zone of pleasure and really like leaning into those things that we enjoy in our life that are fun and that make us feel luxurious, like we're having a spa day or we're having the ultimate play date or something that really just lights us up. So, really leaning into that this month, it's going to help spark new ideas. It's going to help spark your curiosity. We also have a full moon in Sagittarius at the beginning of the month, and Sagittarius is the sign of travel and exploration and expanding your consciousness. So, again, like getting out of your comfort zone, trying new things, exploring, traveling if you can, getting out of your town that you live in, or even exploring a new section or neighborhood or place in your town that you've never been to before. Huge opportunity for you to do that this month. And we also have the sun moving into Gemini. Gemini is the sign of curiosity. So when we are in in Gemini season, it's a great time to really be curious and learn new things. Maybe that for you is, again, listening to a podcast that's totally out of your comfort zone, or trying a class in your city that's something new, or watching a Netflix show that's completely outside of the realm of what you would normally try. Maybe you're watching a foreign film, or maybe you are watching, I don't know, some reality TV show that just like makes you laugh, but you hate reality TV normally, but you decide to give this a try. So this is the time, this is the month to like really indulge in all of that, because it's creating space for creativity. So one of the cards that I pulled, and this is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck by Colette Baron Reed, who's one of my favorite Oracle card deck authors. The first card that I have is the Call of the Muse. So this card is really, it's all about being your own muse. By following what lights you up and by indulging in curiosity, indulging in creativity. And when we are being our own muse, we're dancing like this beautiful woman on this card, we're dressing up, we are just like leaning into that luxurious, like playful, spacious energy. We're gonna get all the ideas that we need and all of the insights and downloads that we need to propel us forward. And so if we're staying stuck in the fear timeline, do you see how that would keep you stuck and not able to move forward? But when you're like, you know what? I'm going to go to a dance class and I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. And then you leave the dance class with 10 new ideas for your next business offering or your next work project. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. That's going to propel you forward. So don't get caught up in the worry and the fear that everybody else is thinking of. Allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to be a muse and be your own muse, right? How cool is that? Okay, so that is a really big theme for us this month. Now, the next really big theme is a powerful move. A powerful move. This card is all about power and being in your power. This month is giving us the opportunity to be in our power by advocating for ourselves, especially when we know that we are on a certain path to manifest something specific that we want, whether that be a dream career, owning a business, specific amount of money, or business goals, or a relationship goal. We know what we want. We're on the path. We're taking the consistent action. We're doing the thing. And for some of us, we may need to make a big, bold move this month, a power move. So if you haven't already, if that's not clear to you, and this is not going to be everyone, by the way. So if you feel really good with where you're at, but you're just kind of moving towards the next thing, keep it going. Keep the creativity and the play going, because it's going to give you new ideas. But if you know that there's something big that you need to do, a power move that you need to make, a leap, jumping off a cliff, doing something crazy that you need to do because you know it's the thing that's going to get you to that next place, this is the month to do it. So that could be leaving the job. That could be leaving the relationship. That could be starting to date again. That could be letting go of an old home and moving somewhere totally new. That could be even just completely shifting your internal world by doing a lot of healing work and knowing that that's going to reflect in your external reality. So what is the powerful move? Maybe that's investing in a mentor, or investing in a course or a mentorship that's going to help you learn something that you need to learn in order to get to the next place in your life. What is that powerful thing that you need to do that's going to unlock? Because if you see here, there is a key in the middle of the world. There's something that will help you unlock your next steps. And again, this is not going to be everyone. But if this is triggering something in you, you're like, yeah, I know, I've been putting it off. I've been afraid. I've been listening to the advice of my parents and my friends who are telling me it's not a good time to do the big thing. Ignore them. Make the power move, because it's going to unlock you here. That's you. All right? And the final thing that we have here, and sorry, the guides are interrupting me to remind you that it is a month of action. It is a month of doing. It is a month of being in our external world. We go through phases, months, times. I've done these energy forecasts for a while now. We go through periods that are more internally focused. Eclipse season, very internally focused, where we need to really go inwards, do the healing, really focus on our internal world and what's going on in here. Great time of year to do that is winter. I know I'm filming this. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm in the Northern Hemisphere. We are getting ready for the summer season. And so with that in mind, it's a really great time of the year to be outside, to be physically doing things and getting out of the house. So the guides want me to remind you that we're always going to be needing to do the healing, but it's not a great time to really prioritize that above other things. There may be times where you really need to go inwards, do the journaling, the healing work. Now we really want to prioritize the outward action, the consistent action, and the physical doing of the things that we know that are going to help us create what we want for ourselves and manifest what we want. And with all of that in mind, we are being helped. We are being helped by our divine guides. This is the card of sacred reverence. Unlocking the key to your heart is the knowingness that the universe is always supporting you. So if you are feeling like you can't trust in the universe, you can't trust in the divine support, this month is your opportunity to explore that and to let go of what is holding you back from being in full trust. Because this is your heart. The key to your heart is knowing that all of this is supporting you. And if you look at the hands, they're made out of the earth. So you are on this planet, you are on planet Earth, and you are being held literally by the hands of God every single step of the way. So this is a reminder that there's so much divine support for you. And so if you're starting to feel triggered or caught up in the fear matrix because of people in your life, it's a reminder to tune that out, to turn the light switch off, to close the shutters, and to connect with your guides and ask for their help with what to do next and what to focus your energy and your attention on. So it's going to be a great month for you to really play around with your psychic gifts, for you to really connect with your spirit team. If you haven't been focusing on that, now is a great time for that divine connection work. And using that as a tool to help you with your external action, with your decisions, with your choices that you're making. Getting to know your spirit team is really going to be super beneficial for you this month. If you do not know, I have a really amazing course on my website called the Intuition Activation Academy. It's 8 weeks, it's self-paced, and there is a whole week that is dedicated to discovering your spirit team. There are 22 meditations in this course that help you connect with all of these different members of your spirit team. So if you haven't done that yet, and if you're feeling unsupported, that course is going to really help you unlock the divine support and assistance that's already there. They're already here. They're watching you watch this video, or they're aware that you're watching this video, and they are helping you. They are wanting to make that connection, to actually make that energetic, psychic connection with you, so they can help you with all of this, so they can really lead you down the right path. And if you already have that connection, keep it going. Keep tuning into them. Keep connecting with them. Even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, it really makes a difference. And that support is going to help you with being on this timeline of possibilities that's really going to become readily available and apparent to us during the month of June. All right, so I hope you're excited because there's a lot available to us during the month of June. There's a lot that's possible. So don't let the fear, the worry, the doubt creep in. Let that go. And if you need help letting it go, get out of your house. Like, go for a walk, get in your body, ground yourself, maybe do something fun like dancing, or get coloring in an adult coloring book to help you get out of your head. We really want you to be out of your head this month. That's a huge thing. Get out of your head, get into your body. And when you're in your body, that is when you're gonna have fun. That's when you're gonna be able to chill and relax, be on the beach this month, do whatever you need to do in order to keep you out of the fear and the thought spirals that other people may be going through. So I hope that this helps you. I hope that you unlock a lot of possibilities for yourself this month, a lot of creativity, abundance, fun, inner child joy, and see what comes for you. Let me know below. Feel free to comment below what's coming up for you. I would love to know. Make sure you like this video if this helped you, and please subscribe to my channel. It helps more amazing people find my work so that I can help them too. And otherwise, I cannot wait to see you next video. Bye for now.